Well, I believe that we are live. Yes? Ah, yes, I can see our voice moving. Perfect. So, welcome to the second game of this round of Battle for the Cup for the War of Light. So we have, we look on our, we switch over the screen here. We have Mr. TraitorArmor with his red team that he's all nicely set out. And we have Commen-Terry with his flying Kyle Lantern, and he has not set out his team. We already saw his team earlier today. We know what his team is. And so with me, this is Silent Pat talking. I have Bionic Boy, I believe?
Yes, I'm Bionic Boy.
Excellent. I may refer to him as Daniel at some point.
Because that's my real name.
Yes.
Bionic Boy is my superhero name.
Excellent. So, if we look at this team, we have... I'm going to ask Daniel at some point to go to HG Realms and look at things on my tablet. So, we have Red Guy. Then we have Zilius Zox, the red ball. We have the little kitty cat, Dex-Starr.
Who has the animal ATA?
He has the animal ATA. We have Bleez, and we have Razor. Then Rankorr, which that's a Freudian slip for those of you who watch the Green Lantern animated cartoon. Then we have the Recruit, and finally Red Hal, and he's what?
That other lantern over there.
That other lantern over there.
Other lantern over there. Yep.
You need him on your team. He gives you everyone willpower.
Well, there's only so much billing that can be given, and it all has to go to Guy.
Right. So, we're going to see a roll-off, so we can see which side they play on.
True.
And so what do you think of this red team?
I do not like playing the red team. Personally, that's just my comment on this game.
Playing
Or this
against him or playing as
playing
them?
against him. I don't think I've ever used any of those figures. Though they're just not my style of play,
No, I don't blame you.
personally.
You could.
I've played them just because I like playing the kitty cat, Dex-Starr.
Yes.
But otherwise, yeah, they're also not my style of play.
Yes, the kitty cat was a surprise, and everyone was excited around the table
Yeah, I mean
when that was announced.
Yeah, well, I mean he's 65 points. He's got shape change and super senses. He's a great little piece, and he's adorable.
So cute.
So introduced in was it right after the Sinestro Corps War? I believe it was.
You know what? That is not my area of expertise.
Ah.
I played this game.
When they were trying to transport Sinestro.
Transporting Sinestro.
All right.
Gotcha. That's when we first saw him.
Oh yes, and people were like, "Oh, cute little kitty," and then he went, "Ah!" and they died.
I have played this game. I did not read War of Light
Well-
or any of the Green Lanterns since Rebirth. So
Because
I'm
there
just.
weren't enough animals.
Yeah, that's right, because there weren't enough Amazons.
There were some Amazons. I mean, we had a Star Sapphire Wonder Woman.
That was in Blackest Night.
Yeah.
Your tablet turned off.
My tablet turned off. The top button right
Oh,
here.
that button.
Other side.
I
But,
got it to
that
work.
worked. Interesting. Using the metal side actually worked on my tablet. Interesting.
Oh, whoops.
It's fine. It
I didn't
slides.
break anything. Yeah,
No, it slides.
I
It's
didn't
fine.
scratch anything.
It's totally fine. So it looks like Vince won the roll-off, and he chose the left side. And we're once again seeing the pink map chosen, violet
Yes,
map.
Violet.
How do you feel about this map
Zamoron.
versus the other map?
I've had a lot of good luck positioning myself on Zamoron on a few occasions. I like playing on it. It's a straightforward map, but it's also an interesting map. There's the terrain is
So I have to pick someone.
is interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit less complicated than the other side,
Right.
which is
Correct.
at all the different levels of elevation.
Yeah, it's a straightforward but interesting map. Yeah, and the terrain isn't confusing,
No.
which is always a plus when some people play.
True. It looks like Bleez has chosen Deadman. I don't know why. Like, I would have chosen Krona, but alright. Deadman is the target.
Yeah, Deadman's the target. Okay.
Or Dead Live Man.
Do you know why, Terry? I have my. Okay.
Vince is laughing to himself. So.
Oh, well, that means that Bleez can use mind control but only target that character.
Okay.
If she's adjacent to that character, this use of mind control is a free action. So that might come in handy, depending on positioning.
And Dex being tiny.
Deadman is the only one with a team ability, which is Mystics. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
personally, I
It
find
looks
that team ability
just fine.
scary. Playing against that, especially when you've got a shallow dials, because you're taking 1 damage for every attack you're doing.
No, I completely agree. Which is what makes the Violet Lanterns so terrifying.
Yes.
The entire team has Mystics.
Star Sapphires have a special ability to give them Mystics and Shape Change, which is why I like playing them.
Yeah. Are they known as Violet Lanterns, or are they just Star Sapphires?
They're Star Sapphires.
Okay. So it looks like we've got Vince setting up on the other side of just actually very similar to what you had done, which is coming up to the side of the elevated in the center.
Yes, kind of positioning yourself, you're protected for that first turn. It's tough for your opponent to get all the way around to attack you.
Yeah, or even over.
Or over,
yeah.
yes. So you're kind of stuck there. You were asking about the Violet Lantern or Star Sapphire.
Yeah.
I believe it was in the Blackest Night set or Anniversary. That's when they were using the word like lantern for everything. They're trying to give everything the lantern keyword, and then they've kind of done away with the Violet Lantern keyword, and now they just call it Star Sapphires.
Yeah. All right, that
And
makes
they're the
sense.
Star Sapphire keyword.
Well, that's what they were. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sort of like the Indigo, or not Indigo Lanterns, really, they're Indigo Tribe.
Right. Interesting.
So they're kind of a variation on. They don't have that lantern word in their
No.
keyword.
Well, interestingly, they have a lantern in the lantern sets.
Yes, yes, they do. Everyone has I guess they all have a lantern power source.
Yeah. Oh, and so Terry has taken a different approach, which is to just throw everyone wide.
Yes, trying to surround.
Which is what you want to do with, honestly, with these characters, because they all have penetrating poison, so you don't
Yes.
want to keep your team all together.
Their mobility is a little limited, somewhat like the Indigo Tribe, which I played. Some of them don't fly, so that can be a bit of a hindrance for some of the characters or some of the figures.
Especially when you're fighting on and off elevated over and over again.
Exactly. Yes. So you try to use your positioning to your advantage when you know your opponent is limited in mobility.
Right.
That limitation may not be a hindrance for some players, such as Vince.
Yes.
I think he's got a good sense as to who these figures are, what they do.
Well, he's played them a couple times.
Yes, yes, he has.
At least a dozen, I think. And he's destroyed quite a few teams. I've been on the other side of that one.
As excited as I was for the Star Sapphire figures, I think Vince was doubly excited for the Red Lanterns.
And he uses that Zilius Zox to very, very evil means.
Yes, very efficient with that.
Yeah. Interestingly, he attacks. Usually, he'll attack a wall or something like that. There doesn't seem to be any blocking terrain here, so I don't think he'll be able to do it.
No, there isn't much blocking terrain.
So he may have to actually attack a character, but we'll see. Looks like he's charging in. Oh no, he's just going to have to move in with Hal.
Yes.
And Hal being like on many of the teams for the War of Light, he seems to be a linchpin because of the willpower that he grants to the other characters.
I'm surprised.
Was that a charge?
I guess it was.
Here's a hit.
For 5.
Ouch.
With the heavy object.
So Kyle just gets smoked in the
I don't
face.
want you going.
Yes.
How far down is dial? About 8 clicks, I think, that click?
I'm trying to remember because I just played against him and knocked him out.
Yeah.
If I'm not... Let's look that up. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm used to going by memory.
Well, that's usually, we don't usually have the clicks in front of us, or the HTMLs in front of us when we're playing.
You bear with while I look this up.
That's fine, I'll...
We can fix this in post.
We host listening live on Twitch, one of you, I think, because we've only told one person. I guess you will see the errors as we go on.
Yes.
But, we will fix things.
White
in post.
Lantern Kyle Rayner has 7 clicks of life, including that stop click. The stop click is on his 7th click. His life click, as they call it.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the cat's coming in for blades.
Yes.
Charge. Oof, 10.
No.
He's gonna keep it, and it's gonna be for 4.
For a lift click?
Yeah,
He'll be stopping at that lift click, I guess.
Yeah. Man, he really wanted to get rid of Kyle real quick. So I was going to ask you about your strategy against Vince, but I guess you don't want to give that away.
I don't want to give it away. My strategy, but to be honest, will be as best I can to use my range characters.
Yeah.
Which will be difficult because Indigo is all about close combat expert, combat reflexes.
Charge flurry.
We're going to charge flurry.
Yes, a charge flurry there. And I
There's
can't
for
see the result.
At least 6. Oh, 18. Or 20. And that was with Guy.
I'm actually just going to have to take it. I was going
And that's
Yeah.
the double tap that we were talking about.
to
If it makes you feel any better, I had it all set up that I was going to have all the willpower from Hal here, but then the knockback ruined it. So Hal being the cornerstone of that turn also ruined that turn.
Oh yeah, Hal ruins everything.
Yeah,
Except
Because of the
when-
knockback
except
that
when
he
he's supposed to
generated.
knock him
Yeah.
out.
I find it interesting that Vince is complaining about what just happened there, considering
Yeah.
he just destroyed Kyle.
Oh, I was able to roll with it.
He was able to roll with it, that's true.
it did take him 3 characters.
Yeah.
3 characters to knock out 1 character, Kyle Rayner, who is basically still 1/4 of Terry's team.
Yeah.
Character-wise, not point-wise, but character-wise.
Yeah.
And when you're playing, I mean, this isn't a high point value game. It's still 600. It's still considerable, but Terry is very limited in his actions because with only 4 characters.
Oh, it's true. Especially compared to the Red Lantern team, which has so many of those strong mid-level characters.
Yes.
It's very difficult. And looks like a 17. So they're both taking 1 for Pulse Wave from that Krona.
Who we nicknamed a Quasi Quona.
Quasi Krona. Very nice. I was very interested to see him come back as a Guardian of the Galaxy because my recollection of him was from Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes, he's my
So
only
it's starting my turn. I'm going to use my MOAT.
only memory as well is his curiosity creating the anti-monitor.
Yeah. What was that hand signal? The hand coming out of the universe. Yeah. The very strange.
The hand of God.
The hand of God. Yeah.
Creating. Or is it the hand of the time trapper? Who can tell? Who can tell?
It
It's
is-
going to be relevant this turn.
yeah. The mythical side of DC is a bit strange,
Yes, to say the least.
So Zox.
especially with. I mean, you never know now with DC New 52 what it is.
Turn.
Well, it's a soft reboot, so everything happened, but just not the way you remember it did.
Well-
Right.
So Zox is charging Krona,
Yeah.
and a hit, I believe,
I believe as
Yes.
well 8. Yeah.
for 4. So I
So that'd be
believe
2.
yes, because of
Oh.
Invincible.
Well, when you speak, you have to speak in the proper spelling.
I did. I did.
Well, that ball has done a lot of damage to me with.
Well, he's done as much damage to Krona as I did my whole game.
Yeah.
In that one attack.
Yeah.
Next up, Guy Gardner is going to sidestep. And
Guy Gardner
next,
is
like,
sidestepping.
something.
We're just talking about how sidestep was a when it was introduced was not misunderstood, but maybe ridiculed a little bit.
Yeah.
And now you realize how useful it is to position and reposition carry, as I did in my game, to reposition characters who've attacked.
Well, it seemed like such a joke because you're looking at the other powers going, well, what's the point of
Yeah,
that? You're going to
moving
move
2. Yeah.
But just for me personally, what I love the most about it is being able to take that risk and try to break away from characters
Yes.
for free. Oh. And that is also a hit. That's 8. So that's 2 more against Krona.
So 1.
So 1, yeah. Correct. So that should put him on his impervious now.
Here, let me look that up while
Second attack?
And now a second attack.
we fix this in
flurry.
post.
That's 9, so that hits
You
again.
can roll, it's precision strike. So,
There's precision strike. So he still takes the 1 though. How many was that for?
it was 1
1.
because of precision strike.
Yeah.
I told him he could roll for it
Yeah.
if he wanted to. Yes.
So click on click 5.
5.
Yes, so he's on click 5.
Just as a small promo for CartaMagica, they've just got a huge stock of the dancing Groots in. So if you're a fan of Groot, come on and grab your tiny dancing Groot. They're adorable. The pop vinyl ones.
Charge with health.
We have one on our desk right now.
And Pat moving close to the microphone, like if you could hear him or see him better.
It's bubbling.
Yes.
Needing 11. No. Needing an 11? That's not an 11. Oh, you had an 11. So he had an 11, needed an 8, so 7.
But you get roll.
Sorry. So, impervious.
There you go.
Yeah.
So no
Yes.
damage for that. I'd never seen Krona used in battle before
Really?
as a click.
I'd used him. I'd seen him used in the seal tournaments.
Either I was not paired against you, or I did not show up that day.
Yeah. he can be very powerful, but the
Yes.
movement attack is the lack of movement attack.
Yes.
It's very detrimental.
1, 2.
So when it comes to defensive powers, which do you prefer? Do you prefer having that invincible there or the impervious?
Obviously, he's not carrying.
It depends on the situation,
Okay.
but I think traditionally I prefer impervious. I like rolling to not taking any damage. However, that is susceptible to the exploit weakness or penetrating psychic blast. So it has its downsides.
No, it's true. There's so many characters out there now with some sort of penetrating,
Yes.
and that invincible takes care of it. But the invincible, I mean, like being hit by something with a 2 damage and still taking damage
Yeah.
can get very frustrating.
Exactly, especially if that figures a lower cost or
10.
or a central city police officer or something dealing 2 damage and you're still taking 1.
4.
Oh boy.
Taking
He's
2.
taking 2.
No, exactly. When you get hit by like Gotham police officers, and you're like,
Yes.
really, I have invincible. Why am I
Yeah.
taking damage?
I'm a 245 point Krona. How is Gotham City PD
Taking me down.
taking me down or whittling away at me?
But Vince so far has been rolling incredibly well,
Yes, those are some hot dice.
and they're also red, so they're in theme.
Red little bases,
Speaking of hot dice.
hot dice. Oh, and that's a critical miss. Well, that'll teach us.
Yeah. we
You would think.
just jinxed him.
Considering how I forget if I rolled 2 or 3 critical misses during my game just a few minutes ago.
We can go back to the tape at some point, but I believe
Yes.
there's 2.
We can fix this in post.
Yes. Well, there was a lot of misses by 1.
Yes.
Your dice were definitely not helpful.
Or rolling. We rolled a lot of 4s
Yes.
as well, but we needed more than 5s.
Yes. Moving in there next to the dead man.
Dead man, undead dead man.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's Zox.
Oh.
We're talking about where the tokens are going.
So Zox should have 2.
So Zox should have 2, is what Terry said.
Yes.
He attacks, kill Kyle. Part of the Kyle.
So he attack and kill
I
Cal.
don't think it was, because Zox didn't come in for Kyle. Who's the first person to attack Kyle? Hal.
He didn't attack Kyle,
And then it was Dex.
Oh, okay, so
So I have no idea who it was.
I have no idea.
but he had moved up.
Yeah, but that was then he picked. Oh, did he forget to pick?
He forgot to clear, yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
there, that's what happened.
But he's adjacent.
We have a special guest, my fiance. She's gonna sit and watch. Sorry about the kissing sounds. So
Public displays of affection. Oh
affection.
my gosh.
Awful.
We'll fix that in post.
Yes. Did we determine what happened? It was that he hadn't cleared?
He hadn't cleared. Of course, I wasn't paying enough attention, to be honest, to find out if everyone had cleared. Because I believe that was all the same turn. Or not the same turn, but he'd forgotten to clear.
Yeah. Though, technically speaking, we aren't judges, we're just commenters.
No, we're just comment. Yes, but I was. This is, as I stated before, this is. Oh, I'm a long-time player, first-time commentator. And it's actually tough to see what's happening on the map.
It is. It's quite small on our screen.
On our screen,
we
yes.
can see a bit from the side, but we do rely quite a bit on the players to tell us what's going on.
Yes.
It actually is not so bad right now because usually we have to deal with like Pokemon tournaments and that kind of thing going on in the background, and we don't have too much ambient noise right now.
For the moment.
Yeah.
But we can fix that in post.
It looks like a
19.
That will take 4 on. I think it's the
Guy.
Guy, yeah.
Yeah, so that was 4 on Guy. Which means.
Did he take 4 straight up? 4 straight up? Yeah.
He was on common reflexes.
Oh, I fix this.
Yeah.
So I am going to activate penetrating poison.
Activating
First with
penetrating
Zox.
poison with Zox. That'll be for 1. This is another situation where that
Just
invincible
one.
would have come in hand.
And then Kitty Cat.
And then Dex-Starr will use his. This is probably the most deadly element from the Red Lanterns.
Yes. You've got to keep away from those red lanterns.
Regen. When turning this dial, if this click is revealed,
It looks like
damage
Chrono's on his live click. Yep.
which I guess would be a good time to push if you're Vince.
Yeah. So it's a stop click, and then you can
Regen.
use regen.
I am going to.
It also has a special component that if this click is revealed to damage taken from an opponent's attack, stop turning the dial for each opponent's character modify its attack value by -2 until your next turn. But those were not attacks.
No, that was just bonuses. Which is a good way of dealing with that. That came up in Seal Tournament I played against someone who was playing Kona.
Oh yes.
Ignore
It was
everything.
very difficult to get him dead.
Well,
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Those stop clicks have really changed the way you play the game, or how we play the game, or how one plays the game. Let me rephrase that. We can fix that in post.
Well,
And so you think you can knock someone out? So they've got 6 or 7 clicks, and you can take 2 turns. But as Vince tried earlier, as we were discussing, Kyle's live click. It's like, okay, we've got to send in a third attacker just to take care of that live click.
Or else they can regen and then you have to hit them twice again. Because even if they get a single click of regen,
Yes. And then they can regen, and then they've got that stop click yet again at every time.
shift change for Vince. He misses it.
so 21.
It's for 21.
Yeah.
Hal will be taking a prop gun.
Robcon, yeah. Let's see.
20?
So
Still
20,
hits.
that's a big hit, yeah.
Looks like the cat's gonna take another one. Team D prop gun.
Kitty prop down.
You got him. You gotta use him.
19 still a hit.
It still hits,
hits.
yeah.
I dare you.
And another 15 for Opcon.
So 21, 20, 19.
They can see you right.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. That's a miss.
Oh.
The dreaded 4 makes another appearance.
Well, still, it means that
You see, if you take out the
I mean,
cat,
that was a lot of. That was a. I mean, most of his team now has an action token. So
Yes.
it was
So
definitely
that
worth
might.
it.
Truth. Alright, I'm going to change.
He'll be changing his power to
Energy explosion.
Energy explosion. Yeah.
That's something really good to use against those clumped up characters.
Pushed out.
Yeah.
It has a chance to hit my friend, but
Might hit his friendly character.
Correct.
18.
Still hits.
It's an 18.
census for Dex.
And the cat's trying to get away. Yeah,
It won't
so
hit the cat.
It'll be for 1 each.
Yeah.
Guy is dead.
Dead. Yeah.
Sadly, so is Chrono.
And Chrono.
Oh,
And one out.
that is some massive friendly fire there.
Yeah.
I took out
Terry-
my Gardner, I'm happy.
Terry's that kind of player.
That's all I can say.
Terry's that kind of player because on my game with Indigo Tribe, he pulse waves his own character, hoping to
Chrono's
get me
crazy.
one. Yeah,
Chrono's
because it's
crazy.
crazy quota.
Okay.
And all meat is the same to Swamp Thing.
Right.
And as Terry, we're not sure if you heard that, said, and all meat is the same for Swamp Thing. In case that was not
Clear.
clear.
Yeah.
Dex is going to side step.
Yeah, we can fix that in post.
Where's that from?
Zox is going to pick up.
The comeback.
The comeback. Oh yes,
Comeback.
Lisa
Lisa Kudrow's HBO series, which just finished its 2nd season
Yeah, for
after a
while.
9-year hiatus.
Yeah, none of them really did much after that, did they? Like Joey had his spin-off, and it was just like, yeah.
Yeah, well now he's on the Matt LeBlanc fake reality show, playing himself.
I'm going to pick up Rayner.
Courtney Cox was on Cougar Town,
And married to David Arquette.
and then divorced.
To David Arquette.
Yeah, and then divorced David Arquette. Jennifer Aniston still does rom-coms,
Right.
and We're the Millers.
Yes. I'm sure this is the commentary that people were expecting
Yeah.
when they came to listen to
Yes,
your
absolutely.
commentary.
Well, maybe we can fix this in post.
You know, the only thing that I
I'll
still
stop
have not
now.
I still have not
Sorry.
seen Cougar Town. I've only ever heard reference to it from Community.
Yes. I loved Cougar Town. The first 6 episodes were really, really not great about this woman dating a younger man. But then it kind of really evolved into like a family sitcom, or a neighborhood sitcom.
Okay.
But very smart. Lots of fun. And yes, Abed was in love, or was obsessed with Cougar
Cougar
Town.
Town, that's right.
At one point during the opening credits, when they had the title card, they would make fun of their own name, saying, "Can someone suggest a name?" or "We're too lazy. We're going to keep calling it Cougar Town." Things like that. It was
Awesome.
even the title card was in on the joke, and it was very amusing.
I'll have to check it out.
Just have to suffer through the first 6 episodes,
Okay.
or skip them. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Not too much story that you're missing.
No, but it does help establish who the characters are in the setup, but I'm sure our listeners and viewers are bright people, and they can clue in. It's funny.
So we have Swamp Thing who just went through, did his, he pooped out his little,
Hindering terrain, yeah.
Tokens, yeah.
His special movement.
+1 makes it not miss by 1.
So it's a miss by 1 because of the +1.
Did not miss by 1 because of the bonus.
Oh, so it's that miss by 2.
Missed by 2. Classic Terry.
Just missing in general, really.
From Dex.
Terry wants to fix that roll in post.
We've got some poison, double poison.
Yeah. I am dreading playing this team
It's
next.
difficult. It kind of reminds me of I was playing someone with a team with the Phoenix Force, and everyone had poison.
Oh, that would be
Zox
difficult.
Infuriating.
The trouble with this team is that penetrating poison. If it's just standard poison, some people can just absorb it, and it's
fine.
It's fine. Yeah,
You're right. The penetration is
it's the penetrating
difficult.
poison that's
Definitely makes it difficult to deal with.
yes. I faced a similar issue when I was playing my Star Sapphires versus the Orange Lantern a few months ago or a few weeks ago, and the Star Sapphires don't have reducers. They have super senses and shape change, and the Mystics to help deter attacks. But I have to be very careful in terms of positioning with the Star Sapphires facing those Orange Lanterns, and my Indigo team, as I stated earlier during this match, that are going to face a similar positioning issue to avoid that poison because they have no reducers or very few reducers.
No, it's incredibly difficult. Oh, looks like Swamp
Swamp
Chain.
Thing's taking some damage.
Also, as a note, if you're going to use Swamp Thing, make sure you have a lot of debris tokens lying around.
I believe. Are you guys out? Because I have some. You can use some of mine that are on.
He's got an entire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just make it 5 a turn. And they don't go away as well. Almost reminds me of I played a game once against someone who used the Gamma Bomb and blew up the entire map.
Oh, boy.
I think we pulled out like 60 different pieces of terrain.
That's a lot of hindering terrain.
Yep.
I hope everyone had improved movement.
No, it hadn't been out yet.
Okay.
So 6 is a miss and a clear.
So double
Double poison
poison
again.
Yeah.
I don't think Deadman's going to live much longer.
That's one way of getting past Deadman's. The Mystic's team ability is the poison.
Poison, correct. Oh, looks like we're having Dex
How
attack.
about a 15? What?
That's
Yeah,
a
it was
miss.
by 1. That was Dex-Starr missing. Now we've got Hal Jordan, who's going to punch Deathman. That will hit for, that's a 17, I believe. And he's done.
So he was on his
He was-
lip click, and now he is no longer on the board.
So that leaves,
He's undead man.
he's dead, dead, undead, dead man. Re-dead man.
I'm gonna charge.
KO.
And leaves us with 5 Red Lanterns versus Swamp Thing
So
on his like 5th click. 6th click? 6 Red Lanterns. Excellent. Yeah, apparently I can't count. A 16.
16.
That still hits. No, it does not.
No.
got an 18 right.
Yep.
18. So what click does that put him on?
Click number 7.
Number 7, oh my. With super senses.
Unless it's only his second click, but I don't believe it is.
No, he's taking much more damage than that.
Yes, that's what I thought.
I'm also not hit.
It's a miss. A miss.
So just a lot of missing might be Terry's
Rankorr is going to select.
Saving grace?
grace. Yes.
And we'll push.
Pushing.
10. It's gonna hit for.
For 5.
Oh, I think that might be it for Swamp Thing, unless he has a lift click.
Oh, he was on click 2.
He was on click 2. Oh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
That'd be Swamp Thing. I
So-
mean, super senses.
Yeah, so he's on click 6 now, I believe.
And you rose.
Is that a lift click right there? Yeah, life. Yeah. How do you feel about that Swamp Thing versus the one we got in Superman?
I own neither,
Okay.
and I've never really played against either. They're both really interesting,
Not much to say then on the
Yeah.
topic.
but no, unfortunately, yes. That's how do you feel about them?
I only briefly had this one. I thought it was interesting, but I didn't have many keywords that made me want to use it.
Oh, this one from War of Light?
Yeah,
with
from
his
War of
White
Light.
Lantern core?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yes.
I ended up trading him away just because I thought I would never use him because of this is such a small. I don't have any White Lanterns other than I had him and I think a White Lantern and Wonder Woman. Was
Right.
So.
You didn't get a Kyle from this set?
And I got the Kyle, yes.
Okay.
But it's still it'd still be a very, very small team.
Yes, it would definitely.
And so I did like the one from Superman. I've had it for a while, and it's still my two go-to Superman. Swamp Thing.
I wonder if we're gonna get a new one in the new set, Trinity War. As they're doing figures that are still fairly recent.
It's true.
Recently been done.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing's special power showing right now is called Resurrect the Fallen, which is about friendly characters within range. But unfortunately, Swamp Thing has no friendly characters.
No, he is
Around.
friendless.
He's lost all of his friends.
Yeah, I don't foresee them living very long.
No, the only problem. No, there won't be a problem. The poison will get through any eye defense.
Yeah.
For free? Because it would still be a free action. Like, you know, the Hal Jordan?
Oh, is that a free action TK? No.
I was wishing I had it.
I was wishing that he had a free action TK. Because things are not going well enough for him.
And tiny dice. What's up?
So yeah, they've moved up, and we can fill this dead air in post.
Yes, dead air. Sorry. So stuff and things. Yeah, Vince is better at filling out the dead air. He has
Yes.
so many interesting stories and things to say.
Oh, that was no pressure on you, Pat. That was I'm responsible too. But I
I don't know how
I'm not
radio
used to
hosts
being
do
here.
it. They mostly just do the fake laugh for a while, don't they?
I wish Peter Mansbridge were here because this is a national crisis of dead air, and he's really good at it. But that's my commentary. I'm watching a lot of news.
Peter Mansbridge on Heroclix. 6-0. Whole lot of nothing because of those beautiful rolls.
Double poison. Yeah, we had to say it twice together. Yeah, double poison.
I think he might be on his. Is he on his live click?
He's on his live click. Yeah. So that's a 19 defense.
So it's going
With
to be
regen.
rolling, and if he can't get away, then it's going to be
Another double poison.
another poison. Will be over the game. Game will be over.
You just want to double poison?
No, I'm going to let Dex have the control by himself.
Looks like he wants Dex to have the kill. The little.
And it will have to be Dex's.
Dex poison has
Not the double poison.
not
just,
the double poison,
Just the day.
Dex.
Just Dex.
So Swamp Thing is now taking some napalm to the face from the little cat.
The cat.
All I care about.
I was thinking the
All
cat
of
peed
that
on the
makes me
on the
upset.
weed.
Yes.
Fuel
Yeah.
the rage of my team.
It is over.
That was a rageful team.
So we will be seeing you very shortly with the last game of the day. And hopefully it's a longer one for you, Daniel.
Well, actually, I hope not. I'm kind of tired, but we'll see what happens.